I am the mother of what they call 3 Irish triplet boys. Can you imagine all the fun that we had? Before my eldest, David Isaac, was born, all that I craved were tomatoes. As he whirled and spun around in my amniotic fluid like a whisk beating eggs. He's now 24. With Joshua Stephan, boy number 2, all that I wanted to eat were butterscotch-dipped Dairy Queen cones. Joshua didn't churn inside of the womb like his older brother did. He just laid there like a loaf of bread, pondering the meaning of life. He's now 22. Moving on to bouncy boy number 3, Timothy Abram made the pregnant me crave Kentucky Fried Chicken. He was a curly, blonde, charismatic cutie who was always being silly and inadvertently annoying his older brothers. He took to stage in middle school and starred as the mischievous Tom Sawyer. Tim remained in the spotlight during high school wrestling and football. Hearing Mack for the touchdown always made me feel proud. His lifelong dream was to become a Marine. Oh, and to be a dad with a beautiful wife and children. There was no doubt in my mind that Timothy would reach his dreams when he finished high school. Then I was diagnosed with breast cancer on a crisp autumn day in September of 2012. The breasts that had once nourished my 3 infant sons were hacked off, just like that, and thrown into a pathological waste bucket. But what do you think of these reconstructed beauties now? Of course, I was too absorbed with my own illness and recovery to recognize that something else horrible was going on during Tim's senior year. You see, Tim had quit football. He didn't think that the coaches liked him. He began eating alone in the lunch cafeteria. He and his girlfriend broke up. Oddly, one day he talked about spying drones and invisible spying bracelets secretly installed by the government. He believed that humans were actually lizards. My Timothy never talked like that. Then he confessed that he was hearing sounds in his head. He had thoughts of hurting people in his school and thoughts of hurting himself. I took him out of school immediately. This was not my son. What in the world was going on? He was admitted into the psych ward for the first time in his life. The time surrounding Tim's would-be graduation quickly became a nightmare. No big party, no gown, no smiling selfies with friends. Just this. Schizophrenia. They told me that they thought my baby boy had schizophrenia. Seriously? I did not ask for this. He didn't ask for this. Why? Why us? My son was supposed to be a Marine, not a schizophrenic. I don't want this. This is my human response to this. But my son needs me. He's severely alone right now. So I breathe and I inhale a secret known to mothers across generations since the beginning of time. They say that what you feed grows. So I feed this with faith. Then perhaps a miracle will be born. Perhaps the miracle might come through telling my story to you. You see, I can feed this schizophrenia diagnosis with fear, or I can feed it a steady diet of faith. What is the this in your life? What are you feeding this?